Hey, you're listening to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0, NPR, and ArrowFM. As always, I'm Grady, and live on Skype we got Josh.
Hey.
So, this week we're going to look at the Super ShowDown card, which if you're listening to this on FreeFM Live, it is tomorrow at 3 a.m. New Zealand time. And if you're listening to this on any of our other radio stations or online, it's been and gone and you missed it. Sorry. It's not our fault for the bad timing. Blame WWE. But let's look at this pre-show match. We got a nice, kind little tag team match between the Usos and the Revival.
Yeah, this should be fun. Still, it makes me wonder what was the point in the Usos going over the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, but they've not done anything with the SmackDown Tag Team Champions since. Although, for obvious reasons, that wouldn't have been done at Super ShowDown anyway.
No, there is a list of people who will not be at Super ShowDown. And Daniel Bryan is on that list, and obviously being one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions means that maybe we had to put that on hold. But when our very next pay-per-view, Stomping Grounds, is literally 2 weeks away, I'm hoping that's right, roughly 2 weeks away, if they're going to build something that's obviously not going to Super ShowDown, they're going to have to build it quick. The only match I see set for Stomping Grounds at the moment is a women's match, which 99.9% likely not going to happen on Super ShowDown.
Yeah, so they are trying to get it pre-approved.
Which is an interesting conundrum. I don't know. Obviously, none of us know, neither of us, know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if this was... the battle is still ongoing and it's been going for a while, or if they've decided recently that they wanted and they've started the battle. I don't know. I don't know how likely they are to win the battle. Just applying pure chance to this game, there is not going to be a women's match on this card. Maybe next time? But I don't think this time. If they're still undecided, like 2 days before the event.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out when the show airs if WWE was able to talk them into it, or if they've got enough groundwork laid down that maybe the next time they come, they can get that match.
If they're talking about it now, and they're hopeful, I assume WWE are hopeful, or else, the story wouldn't really have broken, I feel like. If it was, can we do a women's match? No, go away. Then the story wouldn't really have come out. So I feel like there's got to be a process to this that has taken a fair chunk of time. People have started reporting on it. I definitely think this will likely lead to a women's match at the next one. I don't think that's going to be instantaneous. I don't think we're going to get it in 2 days from now. Or 1 day from now. If it was, we'd be getting Alexa Bliss versus Natalya.
Which would be a fun match.
But we are not. What we are getting, though, is Lars Sullivan destroying 3 cruiserweights.
Yeah, and probably playing a game of lawn darts with them, too.
Well, I don't know. It's 3-on-1, man. They can fight back. Maybe we get Sin Cara come out, making it 4-on-1. Reunite the Lucha Dragon House Party. I don't know what Sin Cara is doing at the moment, I'm gonna be honest.
Too bad Ray is hurt. They could have used them as a stable.
Yeah, it seems fairly, I don't know, stereotypical to just shove all of the masked luchadors together and be like, and now you're a stable. But it works.
And I had heard that was something that Ray wanted to do. So, that's kind of why I said it.
I'm seeing here, according to Wikipedia, that Sin Cara is cleared to return to in-ring action as of March, and just has not. So yeah, I don't know. Lars has obviously attacked Ray before, so had Ray not been injured, I definitely see this a point where Ray could have come in and made the save and continued the feud against Lars, and work that way.
Yeah, but he would have been busy defending his now relinquished United States Championship.
Or would he have already dropped it? Don't know. Or would he have just been scheduled to be in the Battle Royale, given that Samoa Joe isn't defending on this card?
Samoa Joe just got the title, though.
True.
Given to him on Monday. Which was completely out of the left field, because neither of us expected Joe to just be handed the title.
No. I expected there to be a process to it.
Honestly, I probably would have gone, okay, Joe versus the winner of the main event from Raw, which was Ricochet versus Cesaro, which turned out. Winner takes the United States title.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Then I probably would have put it back on Joe anyway.
Probably, yeah.
But at least he would have then earned it.
So I guess the thing to look at with Super Showdown, and feel free to point out any mistakes I make, but the Saudi Arabia shows in general don't have consequence to them for the most part. You know, the Best in the World thing has dragged out, and I get that led into a feud for Shane and Miz, but in general, no massive events happen.
Going to counter that with the whole Reigns and Lesnar storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Because that went through Saudi Arabia, too.
It's true.
That was the cage match that Reigns technically won, but didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reigns was scheduled to defend the title on the Crown Jewel before he got his leukemia coming back. So that was... So I want to counter with that.
Okay. I'm going to retract my statement, switch it for something that I'm still currently researching, and say that no title has ever changed hands in Saudi Arabia. And I fact-checked myself on that. So, boom.
Well, I think that could end Friday.
Well, this is where I'm going with that.
I'm guessing you're going to segue to probably the WWE Championship match.
No. There's a few options here. I was going to segue towards Brock Lesnar saying he'll cash in.
Well, he said he would cash in. They announced he was going to cash in on for Monday. Then he decided, I'm not cashing in tonight. It's be Friday. Rather loudly and prophetically. And I believe, as much as it pains me to say, that it will not be on Seth Rollins or the Universal Champion.
Oh, no.
That's why I said I thought you were going to segue to the WWE Championship match.
Oh, no.
Because I kind of expect Brock to cash in on Kofi.
I was fully expecting Brock to just do another fake out. You've just put evil in this world. How do you even suggest such a thing?
Trust me, I'm not happy with it.
I'd heard Baron Corbin winning for the Universal title and then being cashed in on. But I didn't hear Kofi at all, and now you've got that in my head.
Well, I keep hearing the whole rumors about Fox wanting Lesnar on SmackDown when the show goes to Fox.
Yeah, but we got the wild card rule, it's fine.
And they're wanting, and I'm also hearing rumors they want him as champion.
I'm gonna no comment and move on from both of these WWE and Universal Championship matches because I cannot continue to talk about them. Nope. What happens, happens. Also, the Intercontinental title is on the line. Finn Balor will be defending against Andrade.
Technically, I think this will actually be the first title to change hands in Saudi Arabia.
My god, are you picking, like, 2 titles to change hands? We've never had any, and you're picking 2.
I'd definitely pick it this one, for sure.
Okay, I am not.
I think Andrade wins the championship.
I think Andrade wins the championship next week on SmackDown.
Maybe when he's not facing the demon?
Maybe when it's not in Saudi Arabia. I'm clinging to this no title changes thing. I'm going with no cash in. I'm going with Finn, Kofi, and Seth all winning. And don't you dare shatter that illusion. Yeah, I feel like something will happen here that will earn Andrade a further shot. I don't know. I feel like if a title is going to change hands, it's going to be a shock like the Brock Lesnar cash-in. I don't think Andrade is going to win here. But I can be proven wrong.
I think Andrade's primed for a big year. And I think being the first person on the main roster to beat the Demon and winning the Intercontinental title overseas, being one of the few to actually pull that feat off, will be huge for him. Plus, it'll make up for not having Vega at ringside, too.
True. I don't know. You say it'll be huge, and I agree, but I'm just wondering, is it too huge? Is this too much for Andrade?
I don't know. Ask his fiancée.
Boom. I would, but she's not on the show. Boom. I double boomed it. Yeah, he's really... His fiancée is not allowed on the show, his manager's not allowed on the show, and his manager's fiancée is not allowed on the show. Or boyfriend, I don't know what the relationship status of those two are.
Actually,
It's husband, isn't it?
Yeah, it's husband. They're married.
My point still stands.
Yep.
Andrade is the only one of that weird mesh of four that is allowed on the show. So maybe. He's got the weight of all of them on his shoulders. Let's go to song. We usually go to song really late in the show, so I'm going to go to it a little bit earlier than usual. And this week, you picked the Street Profits from NXT. Usually here I would be really confused and be asking, why'd you do that? But I got a hunch that it's because they're the new NXT Tag Team Champions.
Bingo.
See? Sometimes I can guess it right. That's NXT TakeOver 25? Just never get it wrong. So this is the Street Profits theme, playing for you now. And you're back with a Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM, ArrowFM, and NPR. Grady and Josh. We still got some Super Showdown card to get to, and let's talk about Roman Reigns taking on Shane McMahon. You're huffing and puffing and contemplating.
I just have this feeling that Shane will find another way to miraculously come out on top. Probably with the help from Drew McIntyre.
First off, get Drew McIntyre out of this. Please, for the love of God. Secondly, Shane McMahon has been winning a lot lately.
I actually like the pairing of Shane, Drew, and the Revival as a stable.
Where's Elias in that?
Elias is kind of just there. He's kind of fodder for R-Truth, to be honest. But yeah, I kind of like the pairing, and I think it'll actually go a long ways to really elevating Drew.
Fair enough. Shane McMahon has had 7 matches this year and won 5 of them. And all but two of them have been on a pay-per-view. So he's been on quite the run lately. And I'm going to completely no-sell your Drew McIntyre comments. Because I don't want to believe it. No. Until Drew has a championship around his waist, it'll be the 24/7 championship, I don't mind. I will not be happy. Whose champion is still R-Truth at the moment. I believe. Or did I blink and it changed?
And it probably changed back.
So I get that the gimmick of this bout, right, is that it can be defended anywhere at any time. I get that. Jinder Mahal held it for like 10 seconds. Elias held it for like 10 seconds. It's just constantly back to R-Truth. He's got like the best counterattack stat. As soon as anybody comes at him, he can just be like, boom. Elias has held it twice and still hasn't had it longer than 2 hours. Is every single championship reign of this bout going to go through R-Truth?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. It's entertaining.
Fair enough. Obviously he gets attacked on a golf course by Jinder Mahal and then wins it back. And then on SmackDown, Elias wins it and then runs under the ring and still gets beaten under the ring. So, other than the Battle Royal, do you think that the 24/7 Championship is going to pop up?
During the other matches, no. Okay. But during the Battle Royal, yes.
Do you expect all 50 men to hold it?
I don't expect all of it, but I expect somebody to take notice of him, try to get to the title, and then get dumped out of the ring because of that.
Well, knowing R-Truth, right, he's going to be wearing the title around his waist as he enters the Battle Royal. That's just what he does. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, does he walk out of Super Showdown? I don't know where this match is going to fall on the card. Obviously we got the WWE Championship and Universal Championships that could have cash-ins, so may want to go later on in the card. Goldberg Undertaker, big headline as well. Triple H Randy probably wants a bit of good billing as well. 50-man Battle Royal with a bunch of jobbers. I don't see it taking too high of a billing, so this might actually be the first championship change at Saudi Arabia.
Very possible, but I would say second, because I think if I'm right about Finn and Andrade, I think that'll be the first match that they'll air.
Okay. Think that's the opener?
I think it will be the opener.
Okay. Let's look at Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley, and let's spend a sum total of 2 seconds on it. Who's going to win?
Strowman.
Cool, so Triple H and Randy Orton, they've really been setting this one up, haven't they?
This came out of nowhere.
But now that it's here, they've been able to pull up all of this lovely archive footage, and it turns out it was a feud that can have a lovely video package with 1 week of build.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was a huge feud back in 2008, 2009, whichever every year that was, with WrestleMania 25, 2009.
Yeah, I was going to say 10 years ago, 2009.
Yeah. So, and they did a lot of things over the course of that feud.
Mm.
A lot of things they probably couldn't get away with today. But it was so yeah. There's a lot of material there, besides the Evolution stuff and Authority stuff.
Hmm. These two have been intertwined for quite a while.
Pretty much Randy's entire career.
Well, Randy debuted with him, didn't he?
No, he debuted a few months beforehand on Raw. Kind of was floundering, and then he got put in Evolution, and that changed everything. Yeah.
So close enough to the start, and up until now, I would say he's still intertwined quite with him. And obviously, with this match being able to be pulled together, it is the case. Obviously, the jokes are that the Saudi king finally got to 2009 and his videotapes he's watching, and all of a sudden wants this match again. That doesn't quite explain the Goldberg versus Undertaker match.
That one's easily explained by the fact that it's just two big names that you would want to see.
Yeah, it's two big names, never faced off, have a first ever. It's simple as that, right? Undertaker, Goldberg. They've been asking everyone backstage in the WWE, who's gonna win, Undertaker, Goldberg, Undertaker, Goldberg. The betting on at least those people seems to heavily favor the Undertaker.
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. Simply because the Undertaker's so broken down, I'm not sure how much of a match he can actually pull off, and of course, Goldberg is a one-trick pony.
No, he has two. He can spear and jackhammer, okay? Sorry. Derailed that entirely.
I'm gonna go with Goldberg just because I really don't think this will be a long match. It'd probably be a 2 or 3 minute match at the most. Mm-hmm. And I just see maybe Undertaker putting Goldberg over just because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Or I can see WWE pulling the same WCW versus WWE type stuff that they've already pulled before. I don't know. I guess the most depressing part about this one, very similar to DX versus the Brothers of Destruction at the last one, is that I really don't care who wins, and I'm not really interested in the match content at all.
Yeah, same here. This isn't going to have like one of those really awesome moments like the Sting versus Triple H match with the NWO and versus DX. I mean, a lot of people complained that Sting went under in that match, but that wasn't what mattered. It was the moment. The moment of seeing DX and in the NWO staring off at each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people remember.
Fair enough.
They don't remember much from the match itself. So I've always been for moments. And I guess in a way this will be a moment, but it's not a moment I want to see.
Yeah. I very much agree with that. I'm not going to say that I'm going to fast forward it, but given that it's on at 3 a.m. in New Zealand time, I may just be skipping through the VOD. And maybe I watch some entrances, get hype, and then skip to the finish or something.
I hear the Undertaker's already started his entrance.
Can pull off that joke like every single time there's a big event that the Undertaker's in. And finally, the last match. We talked about it a little bit, but who do you think's going over, or should I say, not going over the top rope in the 50-man Battle Royale? And it's hard because literally anybody can be in these. Like, the Saudi Arabia shows have showed before that they're not canon in any way, and random people can show up quite easily. So, I don't know.
I'm going to go with... I guess I'll go with Ricochet. I don't know.
Okay.
Unless they do a segment that somehow ends up with a United States title match between Ricochet and Joe later on in the night. I'll just go with Ricochet, because it's really literally insert name here, because we don't know who's even in the match.
Yeah. Obviously we had this with the Greatest Royal Rumble as well, with Braun coming out on top, but we at least had some hints on what's going to happen. We've got nothing. And I'm going to have to drop to the odds here. It's taken me a while to get up. This is the Sky Bet odds for this match. Now we got Drew McIntyre as the front runner. Coming up behind him, we have Brock Lesnar and Lars Sullivan. Some interesting picks here. I'm also going to take back the Drew being favourite thing. I misread. The favourite is Ali.
Yeah, I guess I could see that, but also I'm not that sure he's even going to be on the show.
Yeah, nor am I.
But yeah, he probably, because of his background, he probably is the most likely person to win the match.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, but coming up right behind them is Bray Wyatt and Hulk Hogan. I don't know if the betting odds know something we don't.
Why not throw in the Iron Sheik too?
Well, I'd like to point out that directly behind them is Matt Riddle.
Now, I can believe that.
I would be interested in that. And then
maybe he would use that as an attempt to actually try to cash in on his claims that he wants to retire Brock Lesnar.
Well, he did say he'd stop the cash-in.
But then he tweeted that they wouldn't let him in Raw.
Yeah.
Backstage at Raw.
And then behind them, hopefully in some form of order, goes Shane McMahon, AJ Styles, The Miz, Xavier Woods, Elias, Cesaro, R-Truth, Baron Corbin, Big Show, Mojo Rawley, Ricochet, John Cena, despite the fact that he's definitely not going to be there, Samoa Joe, and Titus O'Neil. That's probably the people with the next lot of highest odds.
How is Titus O'Neil going to top his world slide?
He'll just do it again. Alright, well, that is WWE Super Showdown. We're going to wait and see what happens, but we have run out of time, and it's been great talking to you.
Bye.
You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/WrestlingRadio, or Twitter page, twitter.com/WrestlingRadio, and we'll see you next week with the results of Super Showdown.